They know him as Crackers. Gordon McCracken is his real name, but I don't think even his mother would remember that his first name is Gordon.
Yes, she did, only when Dad wasn't home.
Crackers, how are you, mate? Put it there.
Thank you, Kerm.
Mate, good to see you.
Likewise.
Thank you for coming on Trucking with Kermie. Finally. I mean,
Yes.
How long have I known you? It'd have to be 15, 20 years or something.
Yeah, when Noah played fullback for the Jews, yeah.
And every time I pull a camera out, you tend to duck and weave.
Yes.
But I finally got hold of you, mate.
Yep.
How are you?
Good, thank you. Hot and good
You
and
keeping
bothered.
busy?
Oh, yeah, rubbers, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we are at Lansfield, folks. He doesn't have to drive until tomorrow, so he's quite legal.
That's right, and it's quite warm.
Mate, you are a sign rider by
Yes,
trade.
yes, truck sign rider by trade.
So, a little bit about yourself. Where you started off,
Started
why
off-
you got into the sign riding, how you learnt to drive a truck,
Started off-
whether there's anyone in this world that actually likes you.
Probably not, but it doesn't matter, fuck 'em.
Yeah, not for kids, this one.
I just started off in Gippsland, there with my dad down there in Traralgon,
Right.
working for McMullins, liked the way he had trucks scrolled and all that stuff. What else? We sort of grew up with superliners and B models and R models, and hence that's why I got one.
Did you do art at school?
No, I didn't do, just self-taught, no apprenticeship, self-taught, scroller.
Right, okay.
Just like the way the old fella had his truck scrolled.
So you obviously had a knack for it.
Yeah, like the way he had his
Because,
truck scrolled, that's
You're
why.
no longer a young fella and you're still doing it to make it quick.
Yeah, I'm 42 next year, yeah.
42, yeah, and I'm 43.
Yeah, yeah. And Dolly Parton sleeps on her back, yeah.
Mate, we'll get to the Mac in a minute, but
Yep.
when I first met you, you had a W model, wasn't it?
No, the S2.
Oh, the S, that's right, yeah.
The green
yeah.
Transstar before that.
Right,
Remember the green Transstar?
Yes,
The single
yeah,
ride.
Yeah, so you've been through a few trucks.
Yeah.
That S2 was a nice rig.
Yeah, it was a nice truck. Yeah,
Really
I just
good truck.
got rid of that, bloke offered me good money for it, so I took it.
You had it for a few years, didn't you?
12 years, 13 years, yeah.
So everything's for sale if it's the right price.
Well, when somebody comes along and says, I'll offer you good money, you're not going to refuse. I'll ring you back Wednesday, and he rang me back Wednesday. I said, you better come and get the fucking thing.
Fair enough. All right, so and after you got rid of that,
I went to Tassie and bought this.
You bought this, and
This
we
one,
were talking about a Mac Aerodyne.
R model,
Yep,
84.
R600,
84.
1984.
Yep, 84.
Okay, tell us a bit more about the truck,
350, 12 speed.
mate. Yep.
Pretty much all original truck. When I bought in Tassie, I bought it home. It was just silver. Had a bit of character about it. Bones of a good truck. So we had it for 2.5 years around the circuit, and then I decided to paint it the same as the S2.
So you had, I was going to say, the colours have flown through from the S2.
Yeah, S2. Yeah, just keep it the same.
It does suit it.
Yeah.
So what would you call it? It's like a maroon, isn't it?
Oh, a bit of a mixed up homebrew, I suppose. A bit extra this and a bit of that.
Okay.
Yeah, just
What have you
sparkle.
found lying around the shed?
Well, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, yeah.
So you've had it now for how long?
3 years March. Next month, there you go.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
and no one's made an offer on it
A
yet.
bloke was here this morning, actually strange you say that.
Oh, did he?
He had log trucks on R model and he said to me about it, would you sell it? I said, no, not really. He said, if I have a think about it, I said, no, not really, mate. I said, I haven't had it painted very long. He said, I like that truck. He said, I'll come back this afternoon. I said, oh, well, whatever you want to do, mate. Yeah. So, but I won't sell it though.
No.
So what are you going to get then?
Well, that was going to be
Superliner.
my next question. What would you get then?
Well, Superliners would be out of reach.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they've gone through the roof, haven't they?
GT Falcons are road transport, they are.
Yeah.
So-
Super popular.
But yeah, it's just the way I
So were
want
you
it.
always a Mac man? Or,
Yeah, through with Dad,
Yep.
with Harold.
Yep.
B models, R models, Superliners.
So the S2 was a bit of an aberration, was it?
It was, yeah.
So what, did you just come across that was a good truck for a good price?
Well, no, I had a 59 star model custom line. A mate of mine said to me, another bloke wants a custom line, he's got an S2, you want to swap it? I had the custom one for 22 years, so yeah, no worries. So we went to Jim Boomba, the custom line, and I swapped it for the S2.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how that started.
Yeah.
And done it up, simmer. Yeah.
So you're a sign writer, and
Yep.
I don't know, I must say I've seen some of your work and it's bloody good. So
Yep.
hats off to you for that, mate. You'd want to be after all these years.
1978 I started
Have
sign
you
writing.
done any full-time truck driving? I know you do a bit here.
Yeah, I
and
still
there.
do a
You-
bit
you
here
fill
and
in a
there.
bit,
No,
don't you?
just
Like
help blokes
seasons
out.
with the grapes and that's.
Yeah, the grapes,
Oh,
yeah, and sugar.
Still doing the grapes?
No, I didn't go back there. Sugar at Mackay, done that for 2 seasons.
Right.
Had a Saroon and a Mackay, 5 loads a day.
You told me a story about a couple of years ago when you were doing the grapes, because you had to travel at about bloody 4 mile an hour, didn't you? You had to take
yeah.
them all of 2K or 3K or something.
In the road, boss. Gary says, get in the road, boss crackers. Take your time, because don't spill any grapes. It's a big, don't spill. Anyway, I get this road boss out of the paddock, old 335. She's lugging a bit, so I give her one. And she done the big lurch. I looked in the middle, I thought, fuck, she spat a heap of grapes out the back, so that's all cool. Get the wineries at Casellas. Said to Gary, I'll spill some grapes, Gary. Said, how much? I said, oh, fuck, do I know? Anyway, Gary rings me back after getting down that same road. Crackers, yep. Been carting grapes for 25 years. He said, I've never spilled so many fucking grapes. Take your time. It's all cool. 2 days later, we go into this paddock to cart some out for another wog. Anyway, this bloke, there's me, Gary, and this other bloke talking around. This bloke comes up in this Toyota Light Ace or High Ace, what do you call it? He says, hey, Gary, one of your blokes spilled grapes. There's a gringo bloke with a chain around there, hook a D9 down with. Anyway, he said, yeah. I said, oh, it was me, mate. I said, I'll just give a bit. He said, doing that sort of stuff. He said, we usually cut fingers off for that. I thought, fuck. He said, because when you change gears, he said, there's only 4 fingers left on that hand. He said, and that'd make you cock it down a bit. Yeah, mate, no worries, I won't do that again. Yeah, and I fucking didn't.
but you have been back since.
I done a season after that.
Yeah,
that's right.
fair enough.
So, and then I just give that away and just give it.
And now you've only got 3 fingers on that hand, so you gave it away.
Yeah, and I was waiting for the rest to come off, but anyway.
Mate, look, this is a really nice truck. So mechanically, it's treated you well since you've had it.
It's been excellent. That's another reason why I bought it. It had the bones of a good truck.
Yep.
It just sat nice, done everything, but the paint was rooted. So it needed the paint job. Another air cleaner, twin exhaust up between the bunk and the cab. All the cosmetic shit, my Cortina hubcaps, all that McCrackenised shit around it.
Yeah.
So, and it's made it into a nice truck.
Yep.
It really has.
Well, mate, credit to you. Looks great. We see it at a lot of truck shows. We'll see it a lot more.
For sure.
And I thank you for your time.
All right, thanks,
Good on you, crackers.
Good on you, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Thanks again.
Cheers.